and petroleum. Learning about coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum are two important natural resources. They are two main sources of energy. Coal is a black rock-like material and an essential input in thermal power plant, steel industry, and metallurgical processes. Petroleum is a dark-colored viscous liquid and is a complex mixture of compounds containing mainly carbon and hydrogen. Some of the common and useful products obtained from petroleum are petrol, gas, diesel, and kerosene. Kerosene is used for cooking and lighting purposes. The petrol and diesel are used in automobiles and industries. Let us think of life without coal and petroleum. No electricity, no transportation, no cooking, etc. The usefulness of coal and petroleum is mainly due to the presence of carbon and its compounds in them. Inexhaustible natural resources. These resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to get exhausted by human activities. Examples are sunlight, air. Exhaustible natural resources. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They cannot be exhausted by human activities. Examples of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, and natural gases, etc. In this chapter, we will learn about some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. These were formed from the dead remains of living organisms, fossils. So, these are all known as fossil fuels. Coal. You may have seen coal or heard about it. It is as hard as stone and is black in color. Coal is one of the fuel used to cook food. Earlier, it was used in railway engine to produce steam to run the engine. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Coal is also used as fuel in various industries. Story of coal. About 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forest in low-lying wetland areas. Due to natural processes like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. As more soil deposited over them, they were compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, the dead plant got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called a fossil fuel. When heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas. Coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal tar, and coal gas. A coke. It is tough, porous, and black substance. It is almost pure form of carbon. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. Coal tar. It is a black, thick liquid with unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances. Products obtained from coal tar are used as starting material for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry like synthetic dyes, drug explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. Interestingly, naphthalene balls used to repel moth and other insects are also obtained from coal tar. These days, bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for metalling the road. Coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. It is used as a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing plants. Coal gas was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810 and in New York around 1820. Nowadays, it is used as a source of heat rather than light. Petroleum. You know that petrol is used as a fuel in light automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters, and cars. Heavy motor vehicles like truck and tractors run on diesel. Petrol and diesel are obtained from a natural resource called petroleum. Do you know how petroleum is formed? Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, absence of air, high temperature, and high pressure transformed the dead organisms into petrol and natural gas. It shows the deposit of petroleum and natural gas. You see that the layer containing petroleum oil and gas is above that of water. Why is it so? Recall that oil and gas are lighter than water and do not mix with it. The world's first oil well was drilled by Pennsylvania, USA in 1859. 8 years later, in 1867, oil was struck at Makum in Assam. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, and Mumbai High, and in the river basin of Godavari and Krishna. Refining of petroleum. Petroleum is a dark, oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. The process of separating the various constituent fractions of petroleum is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. Many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These are termed as petrochemicals. These are used in manufacture of detergent fibers, polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc. Polythenes and other man-made plastics. Hydrogen get obtained from natural gas is used in the production of fertilizers, urea. Due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also called black gold. Natural gas. Natural gas is a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas (CNG). CNG is used for power generation. It is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting. It is a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning in homes and factories, where it can be supplied through pipes. Such a network of pipelines exists in Vadodara, Gujarat, some parts of Delhi, and other places. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of a number of chemicals and fertilizers. India has vast reserves of natural gas. In our country, natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Various constituents of petroleum and their uses. Constituent of petroleum gas in liquid form LPG is used for fuel for homes and industry. Petrol is used for motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. Kerosene is used as fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. Diesel is used as fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electrical generators. Lubricating oil is used as fuel for lubrication. Paraffin wax is used in ointments, candles, Vaseline, etc. Bitumen is used for paints, roads, and surfacing. Can coal, petroleum, and natural gas be prepared in laboratory from dead organisms? The answer is their formation is very slow process and conditions for their formation cannot be created in the laboratory. Some natural resources are limited. We know that coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. It required the dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last at most a few hundred years. Moreover, burning of this fuel is a major cause of air pollution. Their use is also linked to global warming. It is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. This will result in better environment, smaller risk of global warming, and the availability for a long period of time. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association PCRA advises people how to save petrol, diesel while driving. Their tips are: drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Ensure correct tire pressure and ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. Summary: coal, petroleum, and natural gas are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels were formed from the dead remains of living organisms millions of years ago. Fossil fuels are exhaustible resources. Coke, coal tar, and coal gas are the products of coal. Petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, lubricating oil are obtained by refining petroleum. Coal and petroleum resources are limited. We should use them judiciously. That is all in this chapter. Keep learning.